Here we have a 2019 Mercedes-Benz GLC 250D 4MATIC AMG Night Edition. Now with this vehicle you do get four 20-inch AMG multi-spoke alloy wheels, all in excellent unmarked, unscratched condition, as you can see just there. The vehicle itself is finished in a selenite grey metallic exterior paintwork, which looks absolutely fantastic. We've got our Pan America style front grille with the blacked out Mercedes badging in the centre just there. Coming around to this corner, we've got our second 20-inch alloy wheel, again excellent condition as are the rest. We've got our side steps just there, black wing mirror, colour coded door handles, black trim around the windows with the privacy glass for the rear passengers. We've got our panoramic sunroof on top as well just there, and here's a closer look at that interior. Now we've then got our third alloy wheel. As we come to the rear, we do have both front and rear parking sensors, as well as a reversing camera. We've got a dual exit exhaust as well, one on either side. And as you can see, the vehicle itself is free from any major marks, dents or scratches. Now here's a closer look at that last alloy wheel. And now let's go on to the interior. Now starting at the rear, we do have a full leather interior. Fold down armrest in the middle. ISO fixed points built within the seats. On the door here we've got this lovely black wooden trim of the integrated speakers. We've got the electric window control, brushed metal handle, and plenty of leather throughout as well, giving it a really luxurious feel. Coming into the front here, we've got that same full leather interior. How fantastic do these seats look? Apologies for the sun, it's an incredibly bright day. There we go. Now on the door here we've got that same wooden trim, which looks fantastic. Integrated speaker yet again. We've got heated seat functions for both front passengers, as you can see. That's the same on the other side. We've then got our electric power folding wing mirrors, electric window controls with child lock for the rear, brushed metal handle, unlock and lock button, and plenty more of that leather as well. I'll step in inside. I'll start the vehicle up, foot on the brake, start stop button just there. We've got our infotainment screen in the middle, so we'll just wait for that to load up. There we go. On here you'll find things like navigation. We've then got our radio, so both FM and DAB. We've got different forms of media connectivity as well, like disc, memory card, USB and Bluetooth. We've then got telephone connectivity, so we can connect our phones via Bluetooth to make calls or listen to music. If we go into the settings here, you'll find we've got things like ambient lighting as well, which you can see just there. Now if I put the vehicle into reverse, you'll see we've got a reversing camera, which has two separate views. We've also got a visual display of our sensors just here as well. Now coming down, we've then got our climate controls just here, so dual zone climate control, so we can control each side of the vehicle's temperature independently. There is our controls just there, with ice cold air conditioning. We've then got our shortcuts for the infotainment screen, so these are what I've been using to navigate the display during this demonstration. We've got our CD insert just there as well, and our headlights, hazard lights just there too. We've got two good sized cup holders below here. Down here we've got our dynamic driving mode. We've got a button for our parking sensors. We've got manual mode for our paddle shifters if we want to engage manual control. We've then got start stop technology. We've got our control wheel, volume wheel, power button for the infotainment screen, and we've then got our traction control as well. We've got soft touch leather armrest, which does also double up as storage. Panoramic sunroof on top, which I'll just show you quickly does work. There we go. As you can see out here, that all works exactly as you would expect. And we can actually close the blind as well, so the blind will now retract. You can see we've got both openings just there. We can close that like so as well. Great versatility. Now coming into the middle here, so we've got our auto lights on our right, we've got our engine start stop button just there. You'll notice that the vehicle itself has covered just over 22,700 miles, and we are free from any warning lights on the dashboard. We've then got our multifunctional steering wheel with different controls for whilst trying to go, things like phone controls, volume controls, paddle shifters just behind for taking manual control of our gears, and we've then got our speed limiter and cruise control stalk as well just here. Now the vehicle is ready to drive away today with free next day nationwide contactless delivery, competitive low finance, a fresh service, a fresh MOT, and it's also HPI clear. That's all from me on today's video. Thank you for watching.
Video test drive of this Mercedes-Benz GLC 250D 4MATIC AMG Night Edition. Now the purpose of this video test drive is to show that the vehicle drives exactly how I'd expect it to. Now as you can see, I'm not having to fight with steering wheel to keep it a straight line. It's going straight and true and not veering off to the left or to the right hand side. Now we do have cruise control and speed limiter on the stop on the left hand side of the multifunction steering wheel. Now to activate, simply just push down and go to the nearest miles an hour. Push up very slightly, or just by 1. Push up until you feel a bit of a click and then adjust to the nearest 5 miles an hour. Now to cancel, simply push away from you or tap the brake and then the cruise control will then cancel. Now I do have paddle shift if you wish to take the car into manual mode as well. So after I've turned left at the roundabout, as you would if you're driving this vehicle today, I'll take over the paddle shift. So I'm currently in 4th, drop it down to 3rd, back up to 4th, into 5th, into 6th, and then I'm going to let the car take back over by simply just letting go. Now if you want to go a bit faster, simply just push down on the gear selector into D and then it'll go back into automatic. Now we do have very comfortable full leather seats throughout this vehicle. Now both front seats are also heated, so for those cold winter mornings it really does make all the difference. Now I do also have the extended thigh support there as well. Now you can quite easily do 2, 3, even 400 miles in this vehicle, so we're feeling fresh. Now in the centre we do have your satellite navigation, as well as the Bluetooth media and Bluetooth audio connectivity. And when you pop it into reverse, you do get that rear reversing camera with the front and rear parking sensors, and you also get the visual display for that. Now, here at RS Car Sales, we are a 5-star dealership with over 300 5-star reviews on Google, Autotrader and Car Gurus. Now, if you read through the reviews, our customers really do reiterate the fact of how good we are to buy for and how caring of a company we actually are. Now, if you haven't already, we do have Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, as well as TikTok, so feel free to follow us on either platforms. Now if you follow us on Instagram and TikTok, you'll be able to see a lot of all the behind the scenes stuff that goes on at RS Car Sales. So right now I'm coming up to the industrial state, where I'm going to take a right, I'm going to perform emergency stop, pop it straight into reverse, and just to show you the brakes work exactly how I'd expect them to, and you'll see the rear reversing camera just pop up in the centre. So I'm going to do the emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Hard onto the brakes, straight into reverse, no issues whatsoever. And you can see the rear reversing camera with the visual display just there, and then back into drive, again, no issues whatsoever. Now, if you're test driving this vehicle today, you'd be listening out for any unwanted knocks or bangs, and if you've been listening out during this test drive video, there hasn't been any, which is always a bonus when buying a used car. Now, if you haven't answered all of your questions and inquiries during this test drive and more video, please feel free to get in contact with the sales team, where they can answer any unanswered questions and also run through some inquiries with you. That's it for me in this video test drive. Hope to hear from you soon. Cheers.